Hello there, you beautiful people. My name is Rafael from Visions of Rafael, and today I'll be here doing my makeup again, and I'm gonna be talking about a lot of stuff. My first thing that I that popped in my head was basically life after death, and the way that I view what will happen if one would pass. If you hear somebody in the background, that's my cat. Her name is Luna. She's a new addition to the family. First of all, I would love to hear in the comments, if you would like to share what you believe happens after we die. What do you believe? Do you believe there's life after death, or do you think that once you pass, that your entire consciousness will be gone? Or is there a form of reincarnation you believe in, or do you agree with me? So let me know. I'll be curious to hear from you. And today I kind of wanted to go for more of an edgy look, and I kind of wanted to see if I could I need to grab a mirror. If I could maybe have a bit more of accentuations to more masculine sides, because I'm kind of feeling a little doing a little masculine look today. So basically, I'm especially in the past year, I've gotten really a lot more. I'm gonna start out with using some of my eye cream, because I have some skin issues with my eyes, but it's also good as a primer. I'm just gonna do that with my finger. But I've gotten really quite spiritual, or at least questioning what I knew. Because I used to be quite nihilistic, and I did believe that when you die that there would be nothing, and that I couldn't imagine what it would be like, but that your consciousness would just be gone. Your consciousness gets born as you get born, and then when you die, your consciousness also dies. But by now, my perspective on that has really changed. By the way, this is Luna. She's a little cat. And that's some tea, also with a cat. Delicious. So, what I believe in, quite honestly, is the concept of reincarnation, or at least that is one of the things that can happen after you pass on. So basically what I see is that when your body and your soul, your spirit, your energy, are not intertwined. They are not they're not one thing. So the body is the physical vessel. It's almost like a car. The car that you drive, you're going to be able to drive it until you need to get a different car because the previous car is broken, but you're the passenger, you're the one driving the car. So it's a physical thing to be in the third dimension, in my perspective. So then after so when your body would be deceased and your heart would stop beating, I feel slowly but surely your energy will be pulled out of the body, and it low-key it gets pulled up by what I see as your spirit guides, are also seen as guardian angels, spirits that are very personal to you. Then you go over all that you've done and seen and spoken as, and I'm gonna start out with some purple. Then you get to see all that you've done and all that you've spoken about, all the words that you've used, all the decisions you've made, and then you can go over do we still agree on that, and do you think you will do you think you learned the lesson there? Because I really believe that the lives that we have is very much about learning lessons for the soul, to get wiser, and that's where the concept of an older soul comes from, because it's it genuinely is an older soul, just in a new body. So it's a very new concept. But I see that you get pulled up, you go over all that you've gone through, all that you've been through, and you can see hey, do I still agree on this? So you can just almost you're re-looking into a test. You're seeing once again hey, do I really stand where I am, and what did I do wrong, what could I do better next time? So then when you've done that, you get to relax, because life is hard. Life is really hard. Then you get to relax, you get to really process all that you've been through, and I believe that there are certain lessons that, for example, in this life you were supposed to learn but you missed out on, or you're like, it didn't go as fast as it should have gone in a sense, and then you get like another opportunity to actually like make the decisions that you actually like learn the lesson like you needed to. So you'll go over lessons that you've been through in past lives, and even in this life we're still learning lessons that we've had in previous lives of ours, and we might learn them this life, or we might just have to do them again and again and again until it's like actually done and your lesson is fully learned. Then once you are up, like I don't really know where you go. I feel like you go to a different dimension, and I've gotten like a lot of notice that these are like really high up in the sky, like where like there's less molecules, so there's more space, like multiple. Okay, there's multiple places where you can go, and there's multiple spaces to be. But I believe that you can also, if you are so torn about you dying and you so weren't like happy about the way that it went, and you're so holding on to the life that you've had, that you're able to hang around like a spirit. So when you have spirits on earth, that's why like there wouldn't be like trillions of spirits everywhere, because there's been so many lives. Like a lot of the spirits like have accepted by now, or just generally accepted that, hey, I've been through my life and I've seen the kids that I've had like grow up, so I'm ready to like move along, like have like a next life. But there's also some that are so torn and really don't know how to like actually like go up. So then you actually have like mediums who help the spirits like move up to the beyond in a sense. Once you are up there, so I believe that you get like you get presented like certain options in what way, what country, what situation you want to like learn the lessons that you want to talk about. Like, and you get to say no. Not always, I feel. You do not always get to say no, because sometimes the soul that you have is like very needed in a certain location, and especially like the circumstances that we are in right now in the country, like, well, not in a country, on like Earth, it's like really intense. So I feel like a lot of like healing souls are like mandatory to be on Earth right now. Like we're like almost like on duty. And then you get like, once you do feel that you're ready to actually like start a life again, you get sent down to Earth and you get to live a life again. And I believe that there's like karma that one has to deal with. So if you've done certain actions in the past, like if you've done like, and there's also some souls that do not like decide to continue reincarnating. So that's like where I feel like low vibrational energy is like, and spirits that are kind of like low-key like demonic come from, if that makes sense. Because it's like very unexperienced, unlived souls that are now like in the universe, just like going all over the place. By the way, my eye is like very purple, and I was going for like a masculine look, but this is not what I was looking for. Yeah. So that's kind of like how I see reincarnation. So you get to, I mean, it kind of is the concept of reincarnation, but I feel like I've had like a couple new sort of like information to it. I believe that you also have a soul family. So, for example, like there are multiple people in our lives that like we get to see like very often in different lives. So sometimes when you're like, wow, like it feels like I've known this person for so extremely long, I believe that that is because you've met this person in a different life, maybe multiple times. So that's why, like, after knowing somebody for 10 minutes, it feels like you've known them for years, because your soul already knows them very well even, but your new physical reality, your new body, does not know them just yet. So your body's catching up to what your soul already knows. And I feel like that's like why that type of situations happen. And I don't know, like I feel like in experience, like those are like really special connections, and there's also multiple connections that we get to make in every life that is not represented in every single life of yours, like that you guys do live like different lives, but that there is like some type of purpose to it. I'm not too into the makeup for today, but it's fine. But yeah, so that's kind of like how I see that. and that's kind of also how I see ghosts. So ghosts like get to be here as long as they want, or as long as they can or can't, and but there's also like this resting period, this resting time where you like literally just get to be. But it's kind of like because a lot of people are like, oh my god, like if reincarnation is really real, then I will never go back because this is so hard. And we would all agree, but have we all like, if you're like a gamer, have you ever played a game that you were like, this game is trash, and then later on you're low-key like, I kind of want to play the game again, and then you play it again and you're like, this is trash. But there are like also like some special moments to the game, and there's like some pretty times, and especially like after a long time of processing, and like you do, I feel like you would get like more interested in going back to this, if that makes sense. You would like want to continue again and like do it again and continue learning. So yeah, but what do you think? Because this is like just really like how I see this happening, and I feel like there's like so many more ways that like so many things that could happen, and I also really believe that like you can manifest a lot to happen. So if you really believe a lot that like after death there's nothing, you'll experience it as nothing, and if you believe that there's a reincarnation, that you'll be reincarnated, and if you believe that there's a heaven, that you go to a heaven, if you believe that you go to hell, you go to a hell. Like I feel like there's like so many paths to take, and that it's not that black and white, and then we also have a lot of like control, a lot more control than we believe we do, and law of attraction, all that. Like it's very, very intriguing. Like nobody really gets to know what happens after life with death, but I really feel that throughout my spiritual journey so far, I've really like even like dealt with like some like lost souls and spirits, and like there are like also so many levels of spirits. Like maybe it's even possible, if you have heard of spirit guides and if you know what spirit guides are, that like that there's a possibility that you can become a spirit guide, and like maybe you can also just, because for example, if you have a really big family and you die and your entire family is still alive, I feel like you would maybe like to stay down here for a bit longer than just like than instantly reincarnate, unless you could like reincarnate into like one of the children or whatever, and you could become part of the family again, or if you were just like over the family, of course. But yeah, I feel like there should be like so many ways for life to like go, and that it's not that black and white. But the concept of there being an absolute nothing, I used to think that that would be the situation, and it could also be ignorance and like lack of brain cells that I cannot comprehend what that would be like, because I'm a consciousness. I cannot comprehend what it's like to not be conscious. I'm gonna do something impulsive. Oh, that's kind of interesting. See that? I guess we're going for an edge factor. I already kind of wanted to, but I wasn't like committed to the idea just yet, but I guess I just committed. But I have enjoyed talking about this, because I think it's very interesting, and I would love to hear more about what you guys think and how you guys experience this situation, and like if there would be, oh yeah, that's what I was talking about, like the concept of there not being nothing after death, because it's also been proven by scientists that energy, like it does not, because I do not believe that all of you transpires into like this new consciousness, but I do believe that there's this like one piece of consciousness that is absolutely yours, that is actually you. Like it's a unique thing, and we are all intertwined. We all are intertwined in a way. But I cannot, maybe I just indeed like cannot comprehend the concept of it, but I really believe that there would be something. And I've also like really heard the concept of like that you become one of the oneness, that you become one with the wind, one with the water. Like you can see it like because that was a big part of the beginning of my spiritual journey, was the show Surviving Death on Netflix, and I'm not sure if it's still on, but you should definitely look it up because it's extremely interesting. But there you have people who actually died, but then they came back because they like did not actually, like, they died, but they got saved, if that makes sense. And there's even this one lady that like died and then in control of doctors, so she wouldn't actually be dying, but her brain waves were on 0. Her heart rate, I'm pretty sure, stopped because she had like a heart tumor. And after the surgery, she could describe in detail what was used, like during the surgery. Like she, as like this woman who had cancer, could describe what happened in detail, like when she was supposed to be dead. Mind you, she was supposed to be dead, and that's so interesting. And she said that she could see everything in like in a one dimension, in a different dimensional state. It was like this vague concepts of like consciousness, like, and she was there, she was something, but she was not like, she couldn't see in a 3D, she could not see depth, but she could see like concepts. I haven't done my makeup in a really long time. I guess I'm gonna make it look real edgy. I'm adding some, it's like the look from Kat from Euphoria. She had like those upside down crosses. It's not, yeah, might not be the best conversation to do that, but that's fine. I feel like it's such a big like conspiracy in general, like what happens after we die, and do we have an immortal soul, and how long have we lived then, and do souls get born every single day, or are we all part of the oneness of it all? Because there's also, I've heard a lot of concepts about that we're all one being, and that reincarnation in a sense is still real, that it's not your own consciousness, but rather the consciousness of the universe, and that you are part of the universe. So we are all the universe in that sense. We're going for creepy vibes. But I hope you maybe got something from that and actually like gained some new philosophy, because I am for sure not speaking from facts, because I have no idea what I'm actually talking about, but I do feel like I've got like quite a strong concept. Ugh. My face always responds horribly to makeup, it's really sad. That's for sure interesting. Right, I think that's gonna be the final makeup look. Quite edgy. But okay, let's go to the final outfit. Okay, so here I am again. With this I was low-key just feeling like, cause it's like like the slip back look, felt like it would look kind of edgy. And then this one for like satanic vibes. And then no shirt, because I felt like that look gave like that evil aesthetic. And then I have these see-through pants on with some Jade and Dr. Martens. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe and like if you liked the video, and like me doing this stuff. This became so much more edgy than I thought it would, but I'm kind of into the look. It's kind of giving like Joker, but then also not. Yeah, so I'll be talking to you guys, and let me know what you think and what your concepts are down below if you'd like, and that's it. Ciao.